William Samuel Ruto, the way you are running this country is the best description of a drunken man's philosophy. You go one step forward, then three steps behind. I want to take you back during the campaigns from 2021 through, actually from 2020, 2021 up through to 2022. You vehemently promised Kenyans with your then running mate, Rigathi Gachagua, that once you are sworn in and you put that Bible down, one, life's gonna be easy, the economy gonna rise up, things gonna be good looking for Kenyans, development shall be witnessed, not like these so many press conferences you are holding and giving us the state of the nation with lots of theories, and we're not seeing the growth of the economy reflected into our pockets in our daily lives. Now, just the other day, Kenyans were on the streets. Kenyans were saying Ruto must go. And when they did say Ruto must go, it was about the whole regime, Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua going. The Occupy Parliament that did happen in July. You know, you took it for granted. Yes, partly you behaved like you listened to Kenyans. Then you did dissolve your cabinet. Kenyans felt like, wow, that was one step ahead that you did make. Unfortunately, you did bring the same people back on board, including those in opposition, claiming that you're now creating what we called a broad-based government. This was just another version of a handshake that we did witness between Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Amolo Odinga. Now, this broad-based government that brought on board Ali Hassan Joho for the blue economy, that brought on board John Mbadi for the treasury, that brought on board Opio Wandai in terms of the energy sector, and also brought on board Wycliffe Oparanya, the former Kakamega governor for the cooperatives. It is the same thing that we saw back then with Raila Amolo Odinga and Kibaki in terms of Nusu Mkate government, the Grand Coalition government. Even before that, this man, Raila Amolo Odinga, has been present in each and every government that has taken leadership. Now, why am I trying to say this? William Samoei Ruto, you've been a person who has always been seen sometimes trying to listen to Kenyans, then again forgetting so fast. So you've been a deceiver in short term. Another thing that I want to tell you in terms of good description of your drunken man's philosophy, during the campaigns, you had so nice manifesto of the Mamambogas, the bottom-up economy. Then you get up, you pretend like as if you are listening to Kenyans. Unfortunately, you forget about all this. And when you are advised, or when your also deputy tries to tell you like this is not the best way to handle this, then he faces impeachment. Okay, it's not like we are loving or we are in love with Rigathi Gachagua. But as we wanted the Makanga and the River Waterwafe, we have seen that now the Makanga is gone. Now we want the Dereva also to go, including the mechanic, which in this case is Raila Amolo Odinga. Until recently, Kenyans did complain about the Adani takeover of our entities in the nation. Talk about Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. Talk about the Ketrako, the energy sector. Talk about the chief of the NHIF transition. Now, when finally these people are indicted in the USA, that is when you see sense of what Kenyans have been fighting for. And then you cancel the 30 years deal you had with Adani for developing Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. A few days later, you come and complain that Kenyans are bewitched. Kenyans have evil spirits that are detrimental to the growth of the nation, such that it's preventing them to see whatever you are doing. Mr. President, let that evil spirit bewitch us even more, because it is doing us more good than harm. Why? We are able to see how you are a deceiver, how you are a liar. You are a person who is retrogressive in nature. Will you ask any Kenya to point one project that they can say this government has successfully launched and has reached to its conclusion? Which program, which project can we see and feel the impact. Billions of loans that you've collected, yet we cannot see that impact on the ground. The other day, you've had so very vocal members who have now joined you. That is, I'm talking about Joho and Junet. These are very vocal members of the opposition back then. And even at one time, Joho was had saying that these should be recorded, that he cannot find himself in the same seat, in the same space, in the same office, working with William Samoei Ruto. What is happening right now? He's one of the strongest supporter who is defending the atrocities committed by Ruto's regime, even issuing threats to the online users. I mean, where are we heading as a nation? Mr. President, you are doing yourself more harm than good. Just the other day, when it came to issues of vaccines, I mean, now you want livestock, and in livestock, I mean cows, you want them to be vaccinated to prevent them from producing methane that is actually a hindrance to the fight against climate change. Oh my. How stupid have we gone? I mean, that is insulting our intellect. That is trying to tell us our intellectual capability is redundant. We cannot, comprehend reality. I mean, since time immemorial, on the beginning of the world, these creatures have been there. Mr. President, you eat, and I believe at one point you also excuse yourself to go and release that toxic gas that is in your stomach. It is this gas that again is consumed by the plants. I mean, unless the science that I learned was just also bluffing on me. Oh my. There are things that we can't just take. A generation or a regime that is mad with too much of extrajudicial killings and abductions. When the church comes and tells you, oh, Mr. President, you are towing the wrong direction, you now want to fight them. When religious leaders come together and take back what you're giving them from the proceeds of corruption, you feel like now Kenyans are possessed by the spirits of retrogressiveness. I mean, how myopic could you be not to see the most harm you are causing than good to the beautiful nation of Kenya? How heartless could you be, Mr. President? How heartless could you be to hurt your people? Businesses are tough. People are closing down. Companies are closing down. The projections are showing over 4 banks in the next 3 years could be closing down because of the unfriendly business environment that is within the Kenyan borders. So, Mr. President, as you continue Kutenga, as you continue launching, as you continue with your culture of lies and unfulfilled promises. The other day, you just told the people in Taita Taveta that there is ore in Taita Taveta that has been dug and always been taken to other nations for processing. And you want that to be done in Kenya. And you ordered that the following day, they're already commissioning building construction of a company or an industry that will be processing ore to do metal. I would like to ask the people of Taita Taveta, have you seen any activities happening around to suggest that there is an industry coming to your area? Anyway, guys, that is just my take. You might be in contrary of my opinion, no problem. But so long as we are living in this nation and we are seeing the things that are happening, I mean, I don't need to be told to see whatever atrocities are being committed to the nationals. Ahmed Khalib is my name for the Unscripted Talks here in DURB Radio. If you love content of this nature and you're watching from our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe and press the notification button. So anytime that we are live or we upload content of this nature, you'll be the very first person to be notified. If you're watching from our Facebook page, kindly follow us for regular updates. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Kwa timba kali za Afrika, DURB Radio ndio mpango mzima.